Hi, if you're an average player or a senior, I can help you play better and enjoy your game a lot more with a few simple tips. Ignore where I'm sitting right now. I know I'm not on a golf course, I'm not on a golf range or anything like that, and I'm indoors, but if you just listen to a few of my tips, I can help you a lot. We want fun and we want to enjoy our game of golf, but a lot of times it's so frustrating, especially for those of us who don't play as regular as we could. Just bear with me for about 5 minutes, okay? And you've probably already watched loads of videos on YouTube right now. There's just lots out there, and there's so many coaches telling you to do this, do that, you know, swing like this, swing like that, shift your weight, use your knees, tuck in your arm. There's all so many technical things. It's so technical today, and there's just too much information like that. But all we want to do is just keep it simple, and for us ordinary guys, we need to keep it simple. I'm no coach by any sorts, but I know enough to help it improve your game. I've improved my game, and I enjoy my game a lot more now, just by a few simple moves, okay? So I'll let you in on them. Number one, right, just bear with me for the moment. Now, the perfect golf swing is not for the likes of us. It's for pros only. Pros only. Now, you've got to consider that these pros, they're practicing all the time. Practice, practice, practice. And they're playing tournaments all the time, and they honed their swing to almost perfection. But for the likes of us, we're never ever in a month of Sundays going to produce that magic swing. And we only need enough swing just to get us fairly nicely up the fairway. I'm not talking about hitting a ball 300 yards. If you're going to hit a ball, just say a couple of 100 yards. I know a lot of seniors I've seen, they really rush at the ball because as soon as you see that flag 400 yards away up the fairway, you want to hit that ball to the moon, and that's where you start going wrong. Now, to get more enjoyment out of the game, you just need to slow down things a bit and just get a good clean hit on the ball, get some good flight on it, and you can hit that ball up the fairway fairly straight and with a reasonable distance. Even if you hit it just say 200 yards, it's better than thrashing at the ball and making a right mess of it and you're only hitting it 50-60 yards. Now, we don't want to follow traditional techniques. Now, what I mean by this is the full swing, to make it look like a professional hitting the ball. Now, the best way for average golfer and seniors is to reduce your swing, the distance from behind your head down to the ball. Now, if you can reduce the swing, say to half a swing, right, start your swing at a lower level and just hit cleanly through the ball. Now, it's a long way for that club head. If you take a traditional swing, the club head face is pointing at the green, so when you start your swing, it's a long way round from the back of your head all the way down to the ball. In that distance, that's where things go wrong. It's a long way round, and to have any accuracy at all is going to be amazing, really, for the likes of us. Professionals can do it because they're doing it all the time, but for us to attain a consistent swing, we need to reduce our swing. But then you'll say, oh, we'll lose some distance. I assure you, you will not lose some distance, especially if you do it correctly and with a bit of whip. Now, I see so many golfers, they're striking at the ball, but they're not getting any whip down at the ball, down the bottom. they're just swinging and actually just go from downswing and just through the ball. And they're striking the ball, but it's not making good contact with a good whip. Now if you have a good whip down the bottom, you're getting some more club head speed. That's what you need, club head speed down the bottom. Next time you go on the golf range, have a practice at half a swing. And you say, what's half a swing? Well, just go back far enough where you feel comfortable and then try bringing it down, and you'll think, well, that's not enough. But if you've got the whip down the bottom, this is where you need to use your wrists a bit more. If you think about tennis players and badminton players, now when they strike at the ball, you think about it, they only use about a 90-degree hit. So they go back and strike with a good whip at the ball. Badminton, again, is only about 90 degrees that they actually get some fast whip with their wrists. And the same with tennis, when they strike, they only 90 degrees. For golfers, do you really need to go from all the way back and then have 270 degrees to go down to that ball? Now that first 90 degrees you don't really need, not for amateur golfers. And I don't really think a lot of professionals really need as much swing as that. I'm sure that if Rory McIlroy got his driver out and done half a swing with his skills and with his wrist action, I'm sure he can still hit a ball 300 yards with half a swing. This is what I want people like you to try. Do half a swing and get some more accuracy down to that ball, and then you'll find that'll be a cleaner hit and that'll really sail, and you'll be surprised. And that's what I've done over the last 6 months. I've found that by doing a full swing I mess things up so many times, but the half a swing I can strike that ball so much cleaner and better, and I get in the distance as well. Because at the end of the day, if you took that club head off the club, say a 7-iron, that's a weighty piece of metal. I mean, if you threw that like a cricket ball really hard, say a shiplap fence, you'd most probably throw it right through it. So the weight of that club face, when that hits the ball, that ball is hard and bouncy. It's gonna fly. So if you can get some speed, some extra speed with the whip on that club face, that ball will fly, absolutely fly. You'll be amazed. You've got to try it, okay? When you do your backswing, take it nice and steady, and instead of your arms, like on a full swing, you see like the professionals, when they go back, it goes up to 11 o'clock, really high with the shaft facing the hole. But with us, what you've got to try and do is only backswing to about 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, from your way, to about 9 o'clock. And you can have the shaft pointing 10 or 11 o'clock. Now if you go to 9 o'clock, it doesn't seem like a lot, right? But I assure you, if you come down, you make a good contact with that ball, and you're getting enough speed, you get enough speed in that short distance, and you have a cleaner, more accurate hit on that ball, and you'll improve your game, and you'll have a lot more enjoyment. I've seen it so many times. Some seniors on the course, they see that flag up there and they want to thrash at it, because they're trying to hit it harder. It's trying to control yourself. Now even I have trouble sometimes. You know, you see that and you think, right, take it steady, right? And then when you go at it, you absolutely thrash at the ball sometimes, mess it all up, and you think, why did I do that? I told myself to go steady, but your like instinct sort of take over to thrash at it. You've got to get some control on the ball, on your swing. You've got to try and get some control on that swing. It's very difficult. It is for us, the likes of us. I'm 6'4" tall, rather willowy, and I don't use a lot of leg movement. I'm using about a 7-iron and I'm hitting the ball about 120 yards, plopping it straight on the green. So at the end of it all, you know how to swing a club. You've been doing it a long time now. You haven't got to worry about your stance. You haven't got to worry about your grip. You haven't got to worry about having your knees and feet and whatever in such a position. You've got to worry about your arms doing this and that. Just try a half a swing and try and go gentle, because there's so much weight on that club face and there's already enough speed anyway. That ball just flies sometimes. You might find that when you're like chipping the ball, you know, using the pitching wedge up to the green, you hit some good shots, and that the ball fly with hardly a hit at all. So give it a go, half a swing and bit of whip, and I hope your game will improve. Try it sometime. Right, when I say we need to generate some whip, now if you look at my hands closely, when a lot of players hit the ball, they just go through and the hands don't move. You know, I'm just trying to keep in the centre shot here, but the hands don't do any work, they just go through the ball. Right, so when you want a bit of whip, when you go back, as you come down now, when you get about a foot away from the ball, perhaps a foot and a half, you need to come down and then start working those wrists. So in effect, you start twisting your wrist. You see my wrists start to move, and you want a good bit of whip just as you're going to make contact with that ball. So when you come down, well, it could be, yeah, it could be 2 foot away. 2 foot away perhaps. You come down, and then just as you're getting close to the ball, you've got that whip with your wrists as all the way as you follow through, and you want to follow through right round. But if you're just hitting with the ball with dead wrists, it'll go, but it'll go so much further with the flick of the wrists